Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Good evening. This is the WHKY News for Wednesday, February 5th. I'm Ralph Mangum. You can watch the WHKY News every weekday on channel 14.2, and you can find us online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In our top stories, the Iredell County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's assistance in locating 15-year-old Peyton Reavis, who has been reported as a runaway. Ms. Reavis was last seen at 7:42 p.m. Sunday, February 2nd, as she left her home on Chicker Lane in Harmony. She is a white female, 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing 110 pounds. She has a pierced nose. Ms. Reavis was last seen wearing a black hoodie with a white flag and black pants. She was carrying a burgundy backpack. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Peyton Reavis should contact the Iredell County Sheriff's Office, 704-878-3100. And another missing person to tell you about, Lincoln County Sheriff's detectives are asking for the public's help in locating 48-year-old Harold William McCrary, Jr. of Janus Road in Lincolnton. On February 4th, Mr. McCrary was reported missing by his mother. She said he left for work at about 7:30 a.m. on the 4th, driving a blue 2009 Dodge Ram truck. According to his co-workers, Mr. McCrary never arrived at work. The truck has North Carolina license tag RDE 9524. Mr. McCrary has not made contact with his mother since he left, and no one has been able to contact him. He is described as a white male, 6 feet 3 inches tall, with brown eyes. He was last seen wearing brown boots, a brown jacket, and a white or gray hoodie. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of Harold William McCrary, Jr. should call Lincoln County Communications, 704-735-8202. Hickory City Council met in regular session Tuesday. Rob Eastwood has a recap.
That meeting was held in council chambers here at the Julian G. Whitener Municipal Building in downtown Hickory. Minutes, second readings, and the consent agenda were all approved by council at Tuesday's meeting. Included in the consent agenda was the approval of the designation of applicant agent for FEMA Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities, or BRIC, grants for the Northeast Wastewater Treatment Facility and Snow Creek Pump Station. The consent agenda also included the approval of the Unifor Hazard Mitigation Plan as required by FEMA. It is required to be updated every 5 years. The continual updates are required for the jurisdictions covered under such plans to remain eligible for federal mitigation and public assistance funding. Following a public hearing Tuesday night, the voluntary contiguous annexation of 0.62 acres of property at 1706 30th Avenue Court Northeast in Hickory was approved. The property is owned by Northway Homes, LLC. Under special presentations was a proclamation for Skills USA Week, which runs through Saturday. The recognition was presented to Tammy Muller, Executive Director, Strategic Business Partnerships and Skills USA, and Gary Muller, Executive Dean, Economic Development and Corporate Education at Catawba Valley Community College. The next Hickory City Council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, February 18th at 6 p.m. in Council Chambers here at the Julian G. Whitener Municipal Building at 76 North Center Street in downtown Hickory. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. With news from the Alexander County Commissioners, here now is WHKY's Arianna Mack.
During their meeting earlier this week, the Alexander County Board of Commissioners approved a resolution to move to a 4-year property reevaluation cycle as presented by County Manager Todd Herms. Prior to his change, Alexander County utilized an 8-year cycle with the next reevaluation scheduled for 2031. During Monday's February 3rd meeting, Herms said the new cycle will result in a revaluation which will take effect on January 1st, 2027. In North Carolina, there are 51 counties with a 4-year cycle, 5 counties with a 5-year cycle, 10 with a 6-year cycle, 2 with a 7-year cycle, and 32 with an 8-year cycle. On average, North Carolina counties with a 4-year reevaluation cycle have lower property tax rate than those with an 8-year cycle. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. In today's crime report, prison time in a death by vehicle case. In local sports, recognition for an LR track and field athlete. Football coaching news from East Burke. Plenty of basketball and some baseball and wrestling. In community focus, Sarah Killian checks in with news from the city of Hickory, and Arianna has our weekly A&E bulletin board. Sunny today with a high around 56 or 57 or so. Upper 60s tomorrow, low 70s Friday, and then back down into the 50s Saturday. Warmer again on Sunday with a high in the low 70s, but then we'll be in the 40s for most of next week. We do have a 15 to 20% chance of rain over the next few days. You can always find an up-to-date forecast at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.